Noisy.
Sometimes I enjoy covering a game more than actually playing it. As I learned more about the one-person developed Bright Memory, I first thought the graphics looked awesome, but the fast-paced gameplay is what held my interest. However, after finally being able to play this vertical slice of an adventure, I wish I would have waited for Bright Memory Infinite. Sadly, Bright Memory is not a good game, and should have probably been released as a concept demo.
Sheila, have you found anything?
Just a special ID card. Nothing else that I can see.
Bright Memory does its best to catch you up to speed on the main protagonist, Sheila, but after 10 minutes you'll hear from 3 other characters and realize that they each have a history that will not be explained, and that's pretty much it, story-wise. I mean, sure, you get sucked into another world, battle against demons, battle against humans, collect some items and explore, but I can't tell you why this is all happening. Sheila is the master of talking to herself though.
Could this be the floating island hidden at the North Pole? I need to turn on my flashlight. Is that an air serpent? Is that Carter's men?
Any chance she gets, you'll hear her comment on the situation, but she'll never say anything important. Most of the time she'll bring up a lab and a doctor we never meet or learn more about. I'm wondering if arriving here was an accident after all. Why do these weaponized men and even Sheila know so much about what they're looking for? I have so many questions, but the more I think about it, the more I don't really care. I honestly just wanted it to end. Bright Memory is a fast-person shooter with a few different skills available to get you through encounters. Most of the time, enemies will spawn haphazardly around the field in waves, and you'll have to take them down. Nothing too crazy, but then you realize that these enemies are just bullet sponges as you unload bullet after bullet into them. The game encourages the use of skills and shooting, but I should have been able to play whatever way I wanted to. The skills in Bright Memory are things like slowdown speed, grapple, and launch telekinesis. Each ability has a cooldown, but I didn't particularly like any of them outside of the sword. These can be leveled up using experience points, but in this game, you might find it hard to get enough to unlock everything in the first run, so choose wisely during playthroughs. The gameplay itself is just a mess. There are some strange moments where you'll enter an area and automatically get flashbanged while a group of enemies are shooting at you. Why did this happen? And why was it put so early in the game when you haven't even mastered the controls yet? Then there's a moment where you're transported to another dimension to fight a boss, but why? See, here I go again, asking questions that this game doesn't provide answers to, making the entire experience a waste. It's not all bad though. Bright Memory works as a fast action shooter, and it works fairly well. The enemy designs don't vary too much, but the last boss is pretty cool. Sheila has a nice character model with options to change her costumes, and the developers seem to put time into creating decent environments. Still, the platforming sections turn out to be tougher than the actual bosses, and some design choices like the water effects on the screen clutter the HUD, which I should add needs a substantial quality update to explain all the skills and abilities, but not take up the entire screen. Bright Memory shouldn't be played. It's just not ready. The one-person developed action is a decent concept, but it should have been released as a demo in anticipation for Bright Memory Infinite, where these gameplay systems could be addressed later on. The Xbox Series X version adds nothing to the experience, but if you're eager to spend an hour mindlessly shooting weird monsters and dealing with subpar platforming and exploration, then by all means, pick this up. Noisy Pixel is giving Bright Memory on Xbox Series X a 4 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Please read the full review on noisypixel.net. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers who work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe to keep up with all our future content.